on. I just wanted to talk briefly about what's going on with Elon Musk and Teslas and all the riffraff and craziness. Oh my Lantis. So that's the goal for today's live. Is to talk about these hating people is hating on Teslas for political views. And if you haven't already guessed, yes, I have a Tesla. So I feel some type of way. I absolutely do. Really and truly. Okay, let me save this. If y'all don't know, I work from home. I'm doing today is report day. Today and tomorrow I'm doing reports. So I'm gonna be working and talking and talking and working and working and talking and talking and working. Oh, you can see the color. So let's save this. So this one is done. And today I had a meeting. I'm an actual face-to-face meeting, so I had to dress. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my Lantis. Maybe I wasn't dressed appropriately. But oh well. It wasn't necessarily a business meeting, so it's okay. It is O of the K. But I just found out some news regarding well, I guess I've been knowing it, but I didn't know the extent to what was going on, the severity of it, with people hating Elon Musk so much because of whatever it is he got going on, which honestly I don't keep up with political stuff, so I really truly don't know. You know what I mean? Um okay, now you want to pull up when I start talking. Now you want to pull up so I can save. Okay, let's save this. Yes, I want to replace it because this is the bigger and better version. And now I can exit out of it. Okay, so um basically you have people who are so deep into their political views, which I'm not upset about it. I'm not one of those people who are very political, and I hate to say things that I know things do impact everyone, no matter what type of situation it is, but it's not really impacting me to that extent now, as far as the vehicle that I drive and the views of the person who manufacturers or whatever he does with the vehicles, because honestly I don't know if he manufactures them, if it was just his thought and he put together the people and the money to bring his vision to life. I don't know what he got to go do with it. I don't care. I got a Tesla simply because I love how the vehicle looks. All black, white interior. Like when you look in it, it's like you looking into the soul of a pure white angel. It was that deep. But then on the outside, it's like, hey, black on black on black, don't mess with me. So on the outside, I'm hard. I'm nobody to play with. But on the inside, I'm an angel. Pure, solidified. Jesus' number one pick. And so I love my car. And I love how it looked. And granted, they have other cars out there that are not electronic and that are not attached to Elon that are equally as beautiful. I seen a car recently because I went with my sister to look at vehicles for her, and it was black with like peanut butter seats, which is cute, but it's not pure like the white. So, anyways, so that's the first reason why I got the car, is because I loved how it looked. It caught my eye. I didn't even really know it was a Tesla. It caught my eye by how it looked when I went to the dealership. At the time I went to the dealership, I was looking to trade in my Mercedes. I had a Mercedes. That Mercedes was black too. Black exterior, black on interior. I love that car too. But the maintenance on Mercedes are too expensive. And I was like, no. I'm a little reserved when it comes to my coins. So I was like, no, I don't want to go and pay $1,800 for an oil change. And then when you don't keep up maintenance with a Mercedes, the car breaks down. So I was going to trade in my Mercedes, but honestly, I think I was looking at other Mercedes. I was looking at big body Mo type of Mercedes. But I saw the Tesla and I'm like, oh my God, what kind of car is that? That is really, really cute. Found out it was a Tesla. Like I said, black on the outside, pearl on the inside, kind of Oreo type thing. And I was like, that's the car I want. But it had so many miles on it, and I was like, no, that's way too many miles. I need to find another one. I searched high and low for that exact one, black on the outside, white on the inside, until it was found. I looked at one that was white on the outside and white on the inside, and I was like, no, it wasn't. It was white on the outside. I think it had black seats on the inside, and it had like wood grain on the interior. I was like, no, that's not cute. And I actually had someone bring it up to my job for me to look at. I was like, no, that's not cute. So after years and years and years and years and years and years of searching, I found the one that I wanted, black on the outside, white on the inside, with the low mouse that I needed. Got it. Everything was so beautiful. Everything went smoothly. I got the charging station installed in the house, so I didn't have to necessarily pay for charging. The With the electricity company, the nights were free, so I'm really not paying the charge because I'm charging at night when the electricity is free. And so everything was great. It rides so smooth. If you've never driven a Tesla before, oh my God, the difference between driving a Tesla and a gas car is huge, huge, huge. It drives so smooth. You don't hear anything. I mean, literally, you do not hear anything. Everything is so quiet, everything is so smooth, and I don't drive fast. Anybody will tell you I've always had like small compact cars. I had a Mercedes, a Toyota, but they've always been small. And people used to make fun of me and say, hey, it's like you're driving a go-kart, because they were small cars and I drive slow. But with the Tesla, it's like quickly. And people are like, oh my gosh, you're doing 80, and it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't even feel like you're going fast. That's just how smooth it is. So that's another feature, is the way it drives is so smooth. You don't hear anything. It's like you're floating on water. Oh my God, it is such a difference. I think once, a lot of people that don't like Teslas and don't like Elon, I think it's because they've never driven the Tesla before. And I'm not even talking about electronic cars, because I don't have any experience driving any other electronic car outside of the Tesla. So I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. But with the Teslas, they drive so smooth. You hear not a nothing. My neighbor was like, I don't even hear you when you're pulling out. I don't even hear anything except when you're backing up, because when I'm backing up, I have the beeping noise, and you can set it up to where it beeps, or it's not like it's like But he's like, I don't even hear it. And everybody always comes up to me and like, how do you like the Tesla? How do you like it? And I tell them I love it. I wish I would have did it 50,000 million gabillion years ago. So that's another reason why I love it, is because it drives so smooth. The driving is completely different than a gas car. Another reason why I like Teslas is because I've had no issues with it. I've had my Tesla for like 3 years and no issue. The only issue I did have was my battery. It was like, my battery needs to be replaced. It uses like a 12V battery. And it was like, oh, your battery needs to be replaced. But I bought it under, and it still had a warranty. So they came and they replaced it under warranty. Fine. No issues. I had to pay nothing out of pocket. They came to my home and they replaced the battery. So it wasn't even a inconvenience for me having to set an appointment or go somewhere and buy parts. And, like with other cars, well, in my experience with other cars, they're like, oh, the part costs this much, labor costs this much. You have a deductible of this amount. Yes, it's under warranty, but I still need you to pay this. Nothing. They came to the house, they replaced the battery. I don't even think I saw anybody. They just told me I had to have seen somebody. Yes, because I had to have opened the door. But it was like, open the door. Hey, it's done. I was at home working. It was great. No hassle at all. No, let me check and make sure the warranty, no BS. Oh, your warranty, then you got to fight with them. Oh, I do have warranty. Y'all told me I did. Oh, no, you don't. Yes, I do. Send you the paperwork, circle, highlight, all that ghetto stuff. I didn't have to do any of that. Honestly, and I've had the car for like 3 years. I've never even had to change the brakes on it. And you know why? Because they have something called the regenerative braking system. And what that is, you don't even have to really hit on your brakes. Once you get off the gas, it immediately starts to slow your vehicle down. And if you're not even going fast, then your vehicle will come to a complete stop without you even having to hit your brakes. So in the 3 years that I've had it, I haven't even had to replace brakes in it. Crazy work, right? And then everybody was also concerned about the white seats because I have children. But my children big, they're not little. Everybody was always concerned, oh, white seats, how do you keep it clean? Is it going to start looking dingy and dirty? Now, granted, when I used to wear jeans, the jeans, you can kind of see, you could kind of see the ink from the jeans on the sheet, on the seats. Easy clean. What I did was I brought some kind of orange stuff, and it's degreaser or something, I don't know what it is, and then Dawn soap, and you just wipe your seats and they come clean. It looked brand spanking new. And I didn't even do it as often as I should have. So there were times where my seats did look dirty, but after I wiped them off myself, I have never paid to get my car detailed because I was able to simply clean it myself with the stuff that I generally have in my household, like Dawn dish detergent. I have that. So it was fine. They stayed clean. And I ate in the car. I allowed my children to eat in the car. We was drinking. I had coffee in the car. It stayed clean. So that's another reason why I was like, oh, your seats are going to get dirty. And it's like, no, ma'am, no ham. And I wasn't even careful. I'm like, hey, you can't eat in the car. You can't drink in the car. Hey, I got to clean it every day once I get out. No, it was perfectly fine. Another thing that I liked, and many people are like, oh, you can use your phone. Oh, excuse me. But my oldest daughter does like a lot of modeling and acting and plays in the Houston area, right? So a lot of times she has practice for her modeling and her fashion show. She has casting calls. She has practice for these plays, and they are long. They're like 3 to 4 hours long. I don't want to sit there for 3 or 4 hours waiting on her, looking at my phone for 3 or 4 hours, and then my battery goes dead on my phone. It's just a hassle. And then even with my youngest daughter, she's with me, and she gets bored too, just sitting there waiting on my oldest daughter to finish her stuff. Now, granted, my oldest daughter does drive, but with things like that, like you never know what's going on in the world, and especially in this fashion world, so I don't trust it. I'm like, I can be sending you off to Timbuktu, and then you don't come home because I don't know these people. We don't know if it's really legit or not. No, Mama Bear needs to be there, aka me, Mama Bear, and I turn into a thug very quickly. So I don't like for her to go along. Even though she's 17, she drives her own car, I still like to go. And so it's very convenient to have a car with a big screen. It's not the little screen, it's the big screen. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the Teslas. It's not like the little screen in the regular car, it's the huge screen where I can watch Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, anything I want to watch. I can watch YouTube. I can watch all of this stuff in the car. So while she's sitting there, I can put it on my favorite television series on that I'm watching on Netflix, and it feels like I'm at home. I lean my seat back and I'm watching it. I can watch Hulu, whatever it is that I'm watching on Hulu. I mean, I can watch my favorite YouTuber. Shout out to Aaliyah's Face, Gina Janine. Who else? Talitha Jane. De'Ara don't post as much. Coco Barbie, Spirit Dream. I know I'm saying her name wrong, but all of my favorite YouTubers, I can watch them in my car on my big screen. So that's another thing that I absolutely love is while I'm sitting there waiting on my children, I can be entertained and time goes by like this. And she'll be like, I'm ready, and I'm like, girl, I gotta finish this show. Because you cannot watch the screen while you're driving. That's a no-no. They don't even allow it. So I'm like, well, we're gonna sit here for these last 10 minutes so I can finish my show. So that's another thing I love. And then they also have like games that you can play on there, like solitaire. Me and my youngest daughter play solitaire. They have a racing game where she sits in the driver's seat and it's like she's driving. It's a lot of things that you can do on there while you're sitting and waiting, especially as a mother with children that are active in sports or whatever. Just sitting in your car, scrolling on your phone, looking at that tiny thing, and then putting it back. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm at home watching my screen in my car, aka my home. My seat is back. I got my little blanket and I'm relaxed. And especially when the power went out, we had hurricanes in in Houston. Oh, I gotta do this training. Hurricanes in Houston, and when the electricity was out for a few days, everybody was like, "Oh, how did you charge?" All of that good stuff, right? Let me tell you, I ain't need to charge because I was proactive. And when I saw that, hey, we having a hurricane, a tornado, or there's a freeze warning or whatever, I make sure my car is fully charged. So with that being said, while everybody else was like, oh, I can't watch TV, I'm bored, my kids bored, we going crazy, we ain't got nothing to do, it's hot, I'm sitting in my car watching Netflix. Now, granted, I didn't do it. I didn't stay in there 24/7 because, of course, your battery will deplete. But it was like we had movie night every night. We all got in the car, had our blankets because the air was on and we was chilly. Had our blankets. I had brought snacks, some candy, some just snacks that I had around the house that didn't need to be cooked. And we had movie night every single night in the car, watching Hulu, Netflix, all of that stuff. Every single night we was in the car having movie night. So I didn't miss TV much. I was reading my books during the day. My kids were sleeping during the day. We watched like a 2.5 hour movie at night in the car, relaxing in the AC, and that was perfect. I really enjoyed that. That was a really great benefit because I don't know what we would have done if we wasn't really able to, because the internet wasn't really working on your phone, so you couldn't really, since the power was out, the internet wasn't really working. Supposedly the internet was working in my vehicle, so I love that part of it. What else did I love about my Tesla? Oh, the storage space. Since we don't have an engine, you have storage in the front and the back. So they call it the front part where normally your car's engine is at. They call that the frunk, not the trunk, but the frunk. And so with that, I was able to keep all of my shoes. As women, we generally keep a lot of our stuff in our car. So for me, when I drive, I don't drive with heels on because it ruins, like this is the hill, it ruins this part of the hill and it starts getting wear and tear on the hill and the heel start looking funky. And people are like, girl, you need to either change the heel or throw them shoes away. So I don't drive with heels on. But I wear heels often when I go to work or if I'm going out to dinner. Because your girl don't go to the club. I'm too old for that. So I kept a lot of my heels in my frunk, which is the front part of it. I kept a lot of my heels in there. And then I wore like slippers, not slippers. And I didn't wear, slippers. Like the flat shoes. I don't know what you call them. They're the flat shoes that you just slide on your feet. People wear them out too. So I wore them while I was driving, and I would just take my heels out of my front, the heels that I was wearing, and oftentimes I would keep a select few of the ones that I rotate, right? And so I would leave the house and one of the heels that I was wearing for dinner or to go to work or whatever were in the car. And when I got to my destination, I would take my flats off, put my heels on. When I was heading back home, I would put my flats back on and put the heels back in the trunk. as well as coats and jackets and stuff in the actual trunk part. Now, you never know, especially with this Houston weather. Like right now, it's chilly. It'll probably be hot as hell, probably around like 2, 3 o'clock. 1, 2, 3 o'clock is gonna be hot. So in the morning, you need a sweater or you need a jacket or whatever. So I kept like multiple little sweaters like this in the trunk, as well as like I have a motorcycle jacket because I have somebody that rides motorcycles, and when I want to be on the wild side, catch me on the wild side, then I'll get on the back. I get on the back and I hold on and I let my hair go like this. Anyway, so I kept that in the car. And other things that I probably should not have kept in the car. Extra charging cords because, of course, if you're out and about and you're going to be somewhere, like the place I used to work at, I used to just plug it up in the regular outlet and then charge my car for the 8 hours I was working there with a regular plug. The place that I currently work at, they have a charging station there. So I can charge at work while I'm there when I do go in. So I kept that in there. A lot of other things like what is it called? Like a lot of other charging stations that aren't Tesla, they use a different plug. And so I had different converters. So that if I needed to charge outside of my home, if I'm going somewhere, then I can put the converter. I have multiple different converters that I can put on the cord so that it fits my car. So I keep a lot of stuff in there. Just because I have that additional storage, I have the storage in the front part, and then I have the storage in the actual trunk. And not only do I have the storage in the actual trunk, you can lift it up, and I guess where the most people keep a spare tire, it's additional space there. And so I love that for me. And most people, when I open up the front, they're looking and they're like, "Oh, that's so cool! You have an additional trunk in the front," because there's no need for any type of, what is it called? The engine and all that stuff. I ain't have to worry about no check engine light coming on, no anything. It's just great. It's a lot of benefits to an electric car, specifically Teslas. Not taken away from the environment, of course, because pollution, ozone, all of that is getting higher and higher. And I'm not an environmentalist or whatever, but you do a little bit good by your environment by not putting those toxins in the air. And what else did I love about it? With all of that being said, I don't care about Elon Musk, Donald Trump, whatever it is that they got going on. Whatever they got going on, it has no bearings on me and the vehicle that I choose to drive that fits my lifestyle. I don't want to stop and pump no gas. I'm sorry. It smells bad. That smell gets on your hand and it's like, ugh. And you don't always have a man with you to pump your gas for you. I just don't. And on top of that, it's dangerous now at the gas station. You got to make sure you lock your car because you have your person on the passenger seat. People jacking now. People taking gas and spraying it and setting people on fire. It's just crazy. It's dangerous. I don't like pumping gas. I don't feel like it's a woman's job to pump gas. But of course, if you have a car, even if you have a husband or a man, as at some point in time, you don't need to pump some gas. You don't need to go and sit at the dealership to get your oil changed, and you'll be sitting there for 30, 45 hours, not minutes, but hours, to get your oil changed. And then when you go get your oil changed, they're going to come up to you and be like, "Oh, you need to change your air filter. That's going to be $200. Oh, we had to replace this. That's going to be $800. It's just ridiculous. I watched this video on social media, and a woman was like, she went for an oil change. When it was time for her to pay, they were like $1,000. And she was like, heck no, I don't have $1,000 to pay. I was just coming to spend $100 for an oil change. I don't have $1,000 to pay. And they was like, well, we want our money and we got your keys. So what you gonna do? And I'm like, that is so horrible. But they do try to dip you into paying more for an oil change. Oh, you need this done. You need this done. We did a diagnosis and you need this done and this done and this done. And it's like, what the hell? How I come in here for an oil change, right, wrong? I come coming here for an oil change looking to pay $100, and now y'all trying to charge me out the wazoo. And even if I got the money, I'm not trying to give it to you. The cons of it all. And so I was so happy that I didn't have to deal with that aspect anymore. And especially as a woman, as a young woman, they try to get over on you specifically because they think you don't know what you're doing. And I'm like, I got like 50,011 uncles that are mechanics. You trying to charge me $500 for a job that's going to take you 5 minutes? You know, all you got to do is change the cap to stop the leak because the cap is old and it's causing some leakage. All you have to do is change the cap. The cap costs $20 at O of the Zone. Is it? No, the cap costs $20 at Auto of the Zone. AutoZone got the cap for $20. Why are you trying to charge me $60 for the cap? All you got to do is twist on, twist off, and you're trying to charge me $500 for labor. I remember I think I had my Toyota, and it was having an oil leak. And I forgot how much they were trying to charge me. I called my uncle. And I was just trying to get it done because my uncle was busy and he's older. So I was like, oh, it's simple oil leak. It ain't going to be that much. Boy, oh boy, I forgot how much they were trying to charge me. But I called my uncle just to make sure, hey, this is how much they're trying to charge me. This is what they're saying going on. This is the part they're going to get. He was like, that part costs $5, Vanessa. And it's going to take them 5 minutes to do it. Bring that car over here. I said, y'all tried me for the very, very, very last time. This is your last time trying me. Last time. So they really be getting over on people. So with a Tesla, bringing it back, because y'all know I be all over the place. Bringing it back with a Tesla, I never had to worry about that. And it's so smart. People are like, oh, well, you're driving it. What if you have to go on a road trip? I have been on plenty, not road trips. I've had to travel for my job. I've traveled plenty. The car is smart. You just got to be smart enough to listen to it. You put the address in the GPS, and then it will tell you, okay, on your way, you're going to stop here and you're going to get charged. You stop here, you're going to be at 40%, and then you stop here and you charge. Keep on going. On your way back, you're going to stop here, and this is the battery percentage you're going to be at. They're going to tell you, and not only are they going to tell you when you need to charge, they're going to tell you where the charging station is. They're going to GPS, they're going to direct you there. And I'm like, you ain't got no option because you don't need to run a battery. Not only are they going to do that, they're going to pre-condition your battery to charge. So when you get there, it charges like this. Like it is uber smart. We do have this is your key. Don't pay attention, it's a little raggedy. But this is your key. And you just set it and your car start. Not only that, I'm live on my phone. You have the app on your phone, so you don't even need the key. You go through your app, the app opens the car, you can drive the car with the app. It's like a key. So y'all stop playing with me with the Teslas because of some political thing that's going on. You don't like Elon Musk, you don't like Trump because of whatever's going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Or what I like are the convenience. It don't have nothing to do with me. Eggs like 50,000 cents per egg. But y'all still over there eating eggs, eating French toast, baking cakes, making cornbread. Y'all still buying them eggs. So why y'all got something to say about me because I like a Tesla? Come on now. When gas go up to $50,000 per gallon because of whatever's going on in the world, y'all still want pumping gas to get to to work and to the club. So why are y'all mad at me? It's just crazy work when your apartment people are your people that you're leasing your house for, when they go up on your rent. Y'all not boycotting them, saying let's burn the house down. So why in the hell are y'all messing with Teslas? This is crazy work. Like, y'all don't get it. This is crazy. When your computer mess up, are y'all sitting up there throwing y'all computers out, setting them on fire? Like, and people say I need to stop giving examples because my examples don't make sense, but they make sense right here. Like, y'all, stop it. Things go on in the world beyond our control. We all have different views. We all have different experiences with life that kind of molds how we feel and how we think and the decisions that we make. The main thing is just respect each other for who we are and how we feel. And there's no need to go and vandalize or mess with someone else's property because you don't agree with how somebody feels. You know, I can say I don't agree with nothing that's going on in the world, but I'm not going to go and mess with someone else's property that they worked hard for, because we work hard for the money. Well, who sing that song? Y'all know who sing that song. We work very hard for our money and the possessions that we have. Why are y'all messing with people's stuff? I'm confused. But this has been a history of things. If you think about it, go back to when they were burning churches. Why the hell were y'all burning churches? Is it because y'all didn't like black people praising and worshiping to somebody who you disagree with? You know? Why in the world, way back, let's go way, way, way back. Why in the hell were y'all beating and killing the Indians? Because y'all's viewpoint was different and they wanted to dance the rain dance so rain can come and their crops can grow. Like, why are y'all attacking the LGBTQ ABCDEF community? Because y'all don't agree that they want to be happy and engage with the same sex? Like, why are these hate crimes going on regardless of what it is or what it's attached to? If you think about it, nobody's going to agree. But why disagree so much that you feel like you have to go the extra step? Why can't you just voice your opinion like the rest of us do? Why do you have to gay bash somebody or go and you see someone who may be a transgendered and you got to go beat them up and throw things at them? Why people that have Teslas are worried about their car being vandalized and set on fire because you don't agree with Elon Musk? Like, why are we suffering for things that are beyond our control? Now, some people say being gay is within your control. I ain't got nothing to do with that because that ain't my ministry. And I ain't even gonna state my opinion on that. But why are we being punished? Like, why is the world like that? Why do we even have to worry about things like that? Like, if I bought it, it's mine. Leave me alone. Come fight me. You know, leave my car alone. Come, if you got a problem with me, fight me. Even though I'm too old to be fighting. But, like, come talk to me. Be Tevin Campbell and come and talk to me. Like, leave people's stuff alone. OMG. OMG. It's a lot of other things that we should be worried about in the world outside. Politics gonna politic all the time, whether Republicans are in the office, Democrats are in the office. Whoever in the office, ain't nobody gonna be happy, ain't nobody gonna be satisfied. That's just the way of the world. Sorry, not sorry. And as much as people will or will not admit, when we had Democrats and Obama was in the office, Democrats wasn't happy because they said Obama wasn't doing nothing. Now we got Trump, a Republican, in the office. We have Republicans that are upset because of what Trump is doing. Everybody upset, ain't nobody happy. That's just what it is. Leave the Teslas alone. Leave them alone. But that's my rant for the day. I need something to eat because I'm hungry. But if you don't take nothing else out of this message, take this. Leave people's stuff alone. Whether it's a Tesla, Honda, Kia, because at one point they was messing with Kias. Leave stuff alone. If it don't belong to you, if you ain't paying for it, Leave people's stuff alone because people getting hurt. When they was going stealing all those Cadillac converters, people getting shot up and done up in finito. You in the ground, homeboy, because you trying to mess with something that don't belong to you. That's one of the first rules that parents teach your kids. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch nothing that don't belong to you. You get in this person's house, you sit your behind down, put your hands in your lap, shut your mouth. That's what they say. That's what you do. Now, I don't know about these new parents, but I remember when I was growing up, you get in somebody's house, you sit down, you put your hands in your lap to make sure you don't touch nothing that don't belong to you. Don't you dare talk about you got to go to the bathroom and then I hear you walking around. You got 60 seconds. But anyways, that's my rant. More to come. Thanks for watching. Make sure if you are not already subscribed that you subscribe to my channel. Loving Life with Vanessa, because we love life, we live life, we are life. Goodbye.